everyone, and welcome back to Lakeview Zoo. This episode, very special episode. We're doing a reptile house research center. There's going to be lots of information, lots of things for like the kids to do. It's going to be very, very cool indeed. So we did start off with the building already done. This is just one of the buildings. There will be another building behind it, as you saw in the intro, and there'll also be a seated food area or sitting area where, you know, the guests can sit there and, you know, let their kids go off with the educators to go to each of the exhibits and be able to go see the exhibits while they sit down there. So we'll get to that. So I've got lots of reptile photos and information and statistics and stuff like that, because I want it to be obviously very information based for the guests and for the children. So we put lots of screens up, lots of clipboards like you can see here. We do little desks for each of the exhibits, so the kids can write down what they find, look at all the stuff. They can look at each of the animals, you know, lifespans, what they like to eat, all that sort of information and stuff, so the kids and adults and anyone really is able to go and do that. So we import custom ones for each animal. We actually go and look at specific ones for each animal, so we get a lot of information there, which is very exciting. It's the first time I've actually done custom like import media through, you know, the screens and all the little information boxes. So it's very cool indeed. Make little custom boards, like TVs and little. I wasn't too sure if I wanted it down below or at the top, so I just went with down the bottom. Works out very well. We add a nice little custom, you know, shelving for it for them all. They turned out alright, as you can see. It wasn't what I was going for at the beginning. Like, my idea was different to what the outcome was, but I still feel like it works. It still looks good, still adds texture and detail and stuff like that. So I feel like it's not too bad then. It works out quite well. And then like each screen has got a different, obviously each exhibit is a different animal, so each screen is going to have different information, different animals on them, different statistics. So it's all very, very cool to have all the different things going at once. So it's a little bit time consuming doing all this, because I had to go get the photos and then import them and then drag them over and blah blah blah. So it does take a little bit of work, this little area, but we get there in the end. We also add a nice flooring to cover up the path and the grassing in this section. A nice big seated area for the guests and the children to sit and, you know, watch the exhibits or eat. Or we also build a nice little lake behind it that will extend throughout the park when the time comes, but for now it's just a itty bitty little lake that's just sat there. So yeah, we do that as well in this episode. And right here I'm figuring out that for some reason the building's not exactly straight, so I don't know how that's possible. I must have started it on an angle. So this little segment is very interesting because nothing's straight, so it just makes it so hard for me to make anything fit, because all the TVs are different, because all the walls are different. So it's just very annoying, this little area in the video, but we get it. We end up, instead of doing the entire length of the walls and stuff like that, we just do the singular ones with each screen. I feel like that makes it look a little bit better. We add some sides here, nice little clipboard, just a little bit of detailing to make it stand out a little bit, because we don't have it running along the entire, you know, length of the building there. So we just had to improvise a little bit. I think we got it. You can see, it was a nightmare and a half to try and get it all straight, and it was just it was annoying. It was a nightmare. Then it was clipping inside the glass, so it was a bit time consuming, but I feel like it looks okay. We got there at the end. Add nice little clipboards there, so you can imagine like people going there and filling out things of what they see. Maybe it's like a little questionnaire thing, or like a little test. They can, you know, learn stuff from the screens and the educators, and they go off and do like a little exam on the animals. I feel like that's a pretty cool thing to do. And also, this area doesn't actually have a path under it. It's just made to look like it does, but I wanted to obviously add a screen there just for a little bit more of you know, realism there, that people can actually go there. We add some steps. That's what we're doing now. We add some steps there, so it looks like guests can actually go there and, you know, look from that side, which I feel like it would have been cool to do, but it also wouldn't have really worked very well because of it was just the terrain is bad there, and I feel like it just looks better with it being, you know, nice and set and, you know, nice and neat and tidy with the brick wall there. So we leave it at that. Guests aren't going to be able to walk there, but that's okay. They won't know. It won't be any different to, you know, anything else. So we'll add a nice little building here. Originally I was just going to do like one and then maybe do like another one, but then I was like, you know what, I'll just do another building, the exact, like I copied and paste the building because it's just easier with this pathing. And this pathing, don't even get me started on the pathing. But yeah, we just decide to copy and paste because it's definitely a lot easier. The building, which I feel like works out really well because it's the exact building that we wanted. It's, you know, neat and tidy. It matches, you know. So yeah, we get that all down pat. We have to, you know, clean up a few things and, you know, move a few things, but in the end, it actually works out really well. I'm actually really happy with it. We continue the log theme throughout this build as well, which makes it look very, very nice because, you know, we want the logs in the buildings throughout the park, so we make sure that they're all connected. We have to get rid of these because they're not going to be on this section here, but we make sure that there's a lot of information still. We will do a bit of flooring eventually to clean up all these paths because they do look, as best as I tried to make it neat and tidy, I reckon we will go back. Maybe not so much over this courtyard area because I feel like that looks pretty nice and like neat and tidy with all the tables there. You'll see what I mean, but like maybe just that little area at the front. The flooring inside the main building there, we cover that up with like a nice wood flooring to get rid of the path. But yeah, I'm not too sure about the other one. So we'll see what happens when we cross that bridge, alright? But yeah, we're working on the main. I was gonna put like 1 or 2 exhibits inside the seating area, but then I was like, nah, we'll just do a nice big area, lots of seats, guests can sit there, and so that's what we do. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this little terrace turned out. It looks very nice. We add a bunch of bushes and vines and stuff all over the top to make it just look look how good that looks. So yeah, we'll go through all of that and add some nice vines all the way across just to give it a lot of shade and make it look very neat, and it just looks really nice because I feel like right now it does look a little bit ugly, obviously, because it's just a bunch of logs everywhere. But now once we start getting into the little bit of shade and, you know, detailing of it all, it looks really nice. We had a nice little garden in front as well with the lake and the path, and it looks really nice. This is the first time I've sort of done like a real big, you know, vine terrace, so I wasn't too sure on how it would go with like big bushes, because these, the ones that I'm using right now, are the actual vines, and so they're obviously flat. So compared to the bushes, they're a bit bigger. So I wasn't too sure, but it looks really good actually. I'm actually really liking how it looks different with the levels and stuff. So yeah, it turns out really well. I like it. It looks good. We'll definitely be doing it again in the park. So yeah, that's a good little a good little tip. Just add vines. Add vines and bushes and you'll be right. Right here we're doing a nice little fence that goes all the way around because it'll be blocked off here for the guests. They'll have to, like, you know, walk around if they want to, you know, go somewhere else. But I like how it's nice and, you know, cornered off a little bit, if you will. And with the lake there, it looks nice. It's, you know, yeah, nice and secluded, nice and secluded away from like all the noise. I mean, not really. It's probably going to get a lot of foot traffic like straight away because guests love exhibits, but that's okay. We'll just adding some of the animals into this little section now and blocking off all the other external walls because I actually put the building like one step over instead of having a footpath in the middle. Like on the main building, this building, the exhibits are over the middle roof, so they're able to see from both sides, and we didn't want that. So we're, yeah, covering up the back, and then we'll put a wall there as well and cover that up. Maybe we might even put some staff buildings there to make it a little bit easier for the staff to come and, you know, look after the animals. And I think that's the plan. Right here we're adding a nice little dark green to the building. I feel like that just makes it look a little bit more natural rather than just the standard grey. So yeah, we change all of the both buildings actually to this, yeah, nice dark green, which makes it look very, very nice. I'm actually, yeah, really keen with how it came out. So yeah, I'll give you a little walkthrough at the end again, but yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.